If you remember September 11th, you also remember September 12th. Everyone came together. There was a unity I had never seen before. There was kindness on the streets on every corner. Everyone loved each other. They put their differences aside. Democrats, Republicans, all walks of life came together because they realized how precious life was and that it can be gone in a moment. If you remember September 12th, you also remember the 13th and the 14th and thereafter. The unity, the kindness, the opening doors and hugging and loving each other and saying kind words and lifting each other up started to fade. We've started to forget. And then we had people born that didn't go through it. And our youth started to see online and through the media and through their teachers and through their psychologists a dehumanization, a lack of respect for human life. All over social media, children are seeing things like people laughing at the death of a person, a human being who has a wife and 2 children. Teachers, psychologists, do you wonder why your children do not have that respect for life? Do you wonder how this could happen? When teachers and psychologists and media and social media, 100% of everything your children are seeing has no respect for human life, has no kindness, has no ideas of listening to people who disagree with them. They just simply disown them. Charlie Kirk was against that. His idea was to listen to the people around you, whether you disagree or agree. Many times he said to not break up families over a disagreement on politics. Many times. And yet this is what people are celebrating. Someone being gone that had that message for our youth. And the reason that these people wanted him gone and did not like him was because our youth were listening to him. Was because our youth actually were starting to critical think. They were starting to think for themselves, and they were starting to find kindness. They were starting to find a way to communicate with people that were different than them, that had different ideas. This is scary for anyone that wants to control you. This is scary for a government that wants to control you, to control your actions, to make you wear a mask, to make you get a shot. If our youth start to think for themselves, they may not do what you say that you want them to do if you're the government. Because they will think and they will know what is right for them. This scared many, many people on the left. This is why this happened. But I'm wondering, when you remember the fading, if you go back and remember the fading of the kindness and the love and the unity of our country, and it faded and it faded and it faded and it brought us to where we are today, where our youth, a lot of our youth have been influenced by the teachers and the psychologists and the people that are telling them not to value human life, and the people that are telling them that it's okay to hurt someone if they disagree with you, that it's okay to disown someone because they disagree with you. What happens when you disown everyone you disagree with? That's the echo chamber that our children are living in. And when they go to these schools and these colleges where the teachers and the psychologists and everyone around them are telling them not to listen to their parents who are Republicans, not to listen to anyone that disagrees with their values, this is where we are today. This is where we got to. This is why Charlie Kirk is gone. And now we have another tragedy. And now the world is united again. We're getting rid of the people that have hate. We are firing people for making fun of a death of a human being. We are in a good place, but how long will it last? That's up to everyone. Are we going to let it fade like we let September 12th fade? Or are we going to stick with it? Are we going to finally realize that this violence will not stop until we remember, and until we hold it, and until we make sure that we know that unity matters, that love and kindness matter, that human life matters, that just because you disagree with someone does not mean you wish them harm. Until we remember, this violence will continue. And until our children are not in echo chambers of teachers and psychologists and social media and media all telling them the same thing, to disrespect life, to hate those that you disagree with. Until we stop this, the violence will continue. It is definitely not a gun problem. It is a violence problem due to echo chambers telling our youth that it's okay to harm those that disagree with you. Telling our youth that just because someone disagrees with you, they're a white supremacist, or they're racist, or all of the things that they say that dehumanize that person. Calling President Trump the names that they've called him, which I won't say on here because I think they don't like when you say that on this app. But you know the names they're calling Trump and Charlie. Those names dehumanize them to the point where these people, where this was a child, decided that they were the enemy. And so being the enemy, they were doing the right thing in their mind by taking the enemy out. This is what we have created in our youth. And if you've noticed all of the crimes, the violence right now, majority youth. Where are those youth getting their information? Teachers, psychologists. Until we make those people stop telling our children to hate, we will still have the hate and we will still have the violence. And as I said, we have another tragedy that has once again brought us together. But for how long? Do not let this dwindle as it did September 13, 14, 15, all of the days after, to get us to the point that we are today, where a man's life is gone because of our negligence. Because we allowed the teachers and the psychologists and the social media, we allowed them to ban us. We allowed them to ban all of our ideas so that our kids were only seeing one side. They were only seeing, because we were censored, I've been banned from Nextdoor. Because we were censored, the children were only seeing the side of hate. There's no chance of we cannot be silent anymore. I have been saying that we need to take over social media for the longest time and fill it with love and kindness and the things that we believe in, and not have our children only see the side of hate. And no one listened. People didn't want to believe that it was important. People told me I was paranoid, that the censorship was not going to harm anything. It definitely harmed something. We have a man gone now because of it. Because this is all the children saw, was the hate that was told that it was okay to harm people. Because our voices weren't out there. We were censored. They didn't see our voices. They didn't see our love, our kindness, our unity. Can we make sure that this time around it actually sticks? Can we make sure that this time around we don't let it dwindle? Can we make sure that we don't need another tragedy in order to come back to this place of unity and love and kindness to every single person around you, whether you disagree or agree? Because if we don't, we will lose our children forever. We've lost so many. Let's not let it go one day further. Let's not let the hate come back. Let's continue to fire these people that are pushing this hate on our children. It's the only way out. It's the only way that our children will be saved. And let's pray for the families of Charlie Kirk and the family of the child that was brainwashed into this act. I can't imagine the pain of either. And we need to come together and stay together this time. Let's make it stick. We don't need to keep having these tragedies. And until we realize that, we will. So come together and stay together this time, people, and show kindness to every person you see. Stay well, stay free.